Do you believe in coincidences? Or do you think everything happens for a reason? Well, after hearing this story you might start looking at your favorite movies a little differently. Today we're talking about a movie that supposedly predicted the death of several actors who starred in it. Yeah, you heard that right, a plot that sounds like a horror story actually became real life. The movie? Poltergeist, released in 1982. For those who've never seen it, Poltergeist is a supernatural horror classic, directed by Tobe Hooper and produced by none other than Steven Spielberg. The plot follows an average American family who starts experiencing bizarre paranormal events in their home. It begins with objects moving on their own, and escalates to their youngest daughter being pulled into another dimension by spirits. The creepy part? The horrors of the film didn't stay on the screen, they started happening to the cast. The Poltergeist Curse. The so-called Poltergeist Curse begins with the tragic death of child actress Heather O'Rourke, who played little Carol Ann. You know, the one who whispers, "They're here." Well, Heather died at just 12 years old, due to complications from a rare intestinal blockage that escalated insanely fast. This happened just before the release of the third film in the franchise. And you might be thinking, okay, that's sad, but maybe it's just a freak accident, right? Then there's Dominique Dunne. She played the older sister in the first film. Just a few months after Poltergeist premiered, she was strangled to death by her ex-boyfriend outside her own home. She was only 22. Two young actors, two tragic, untimely deaths within 2 years. Coincidence? But it doesn't stop there. Julian Beck, who appeared in Poltergeist 2, The Other Side, died before the movie was even released. He played the villain, the incredibly creepy Reverend Kane. Beck passed away from stomach cancer, a condition he had during filming that suddenly worsened. Then there was Will Sampson, the Native American shaman in the sequel. He died just months later from complications during heart surgery. That's already 4 cast members, 4 untimely deaths, all linked to the Poltergeist films. But here's where it gets even weirder. The detail few people know. During the filming of the first movie, there's a scene where the mother character falls into a muddy pool filled with skeletons. Turns out, those skeletons were real. Yeah, actual human skeletons, not props. At the time it was cheaper to rent real human remains from medical supply companies than to make plastic replicas. Sounds insane, but it's true. Actress JoBeth Williams found out after filming the scene. Imagine swimming in dirty water, surrounded by real dead bodies, and not knowing until after the shoot. If there was any kind of bad energy tied to that production, this scene was probably ground zero. Coincidence or hidden message? Some people think all of this was just a series of really sad accidents, but others believe Poltergeist wasn't just a movie. It was a portal to something that shouldn't have been opened. That by messing with supernatural forces, the filmmakers awakened something dark. There are even rumors that parts of the original script included ancient ritual references, and that certain lines were based on real occult texts. None of that's ever been confirmed, obviously, but the theories are all over Reddit, horror forums, and YouTube channels with grainy footage and unsettling music. So, what do you think? What happened to the Poltergeist cast is still one of the most talked about cursed film cases out there. And yeah, it's not the only one. But it might just be the creepiest. A terrifying reminder that sometimes, fiction isn't too far from reality. Was it all just one big tragic coincidence? Or did someone or something leave a hidden message in this film? One we only noticed when it was already too late. You decide. If you liked this story, drop a like, leave your theory in the comments, and subscribe for more strange tales from the dark side of cinema. Because trust me, this rabbit hole goes way deeper.